All right, we're starting.
Yeah, we're starting.
All right, so we're starting.
Are we starting?
All right, got it. All right. Guys, welcome back. Welcome back to the third episode of the Final Fantasy Trading Card Game Breakfast Club. We have the full gang back. I know last week Rice had a wedding. I was in the mountains going to a birthday party. I tried to talk with Nick and Adam for a little bit. I think Vince and Greg were just passed out, sound asleep. Big weekend for the boys last week. But we're back, and also, it kind of coincides with something really big. Opus VII is out this week. Boys, how hype are we?
Boys,
Too
Yeah.
high.
I'm excited. Well,
as you should be. As you should
yeah,
be.
right.
The set's pretty gross, and that's what we're going to kind of talk about today. We're going to kind of talk about early impressions, what we think. I know since the set was spoiled and pre-release happened, we've all been kind of proxying, playing decks. We've been talking about it pretty much every damn day this week. Once FF Decks was updated, that's when kind of the floodgates opened. So what do we think? I think we're going to go around the table. Adam, I can't really see how it's set up on your end, so if you want to pick the order we're going to go in.
We'll start from the bottom since I think Greg's still posting stuff. So we'll go Nick, then Rice, then me, and then
Doing our top 3 cards, you said, right?
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna
start impressions and the top 3 cards that you're looking to brew with.
All right, so my first impressions in general are, I think everyone has noticed that Fire got a lot of stuff, a lot of different things to play with too. So it's hard to really tell which are good and which are not. The 3 out of the 3 cards I'd pick, the first one would be Fury and Starter. That card does way too much. We've been talking about it nonstop. Like its power is bad, but that doesn't matter. It's EX burst, enter ability on a 2-drop that burns something in fire up to 6k. It's basically a summon, and then you get a body. And a lot of cards count towards how many forwards you have in fire now, so that's really important too. You could Phoenix him in, Aegis him in, and he does 4k if you already have something it's there's the full 6k. There's too many combos, but he's awesome. Second card would be I think it's Bog Golfin, right? So
The general.
yeah, one of the 4 generals, the fire one. So it's only 1,000 under curve, and you get to deal 7,000 damage. We're assuming this is in mono fire because like you wouldn't play this or Zonde outside of mono fire usually. Then the S ability is just icing on the cake. You just draw a second one if they can't deal with it. Usually you want to get the 7k entry multiple times. At least I want to. But if it's a kind of matchup where it's like earth or water or wind or something that they're not going to kill it, you just deal 10k. There's a lot of ways to do it brave, so you can attack even and then do the 10k. Doesn't really matter that I can't choose a fire card because you just burn each other the entire matchup anyway. Usually. Last card is going to be Coeral, the lightning monster, 2 CP. So that is way too much text on that card. I mean, you can discard it from hand, break a Cactar. That's huge, or a Layak if that sees play again. It's just a huge swing, especially if against Earthwind, Lightning has had a lot of trouble. I have had a lot of trouble at least. And you just kill a Cactar, or you do more than Belias does on one card. And this is great in Scions. I've even seen people play it in Mono Lightning, and it's huge. Make your Lua 10k haste first strike brave when she comes, or whenever as a blocker. You just give her brave, and she's a blocker now too, and you can't choose her. That card's huge.
Yeah, definitely. All 3 excellent cards, and I think one of the things this set does just adds a lot to existing archetype.
Yep.
The 3 cards you definitely fill. They cover those bases. All right, so I think Adam, you said Rice is up next.
Yeah, we'll go Rice next.
Whew. All right. Where do I start? We'll try and make it a little spicy today. Obviously, first up is 2-drop Warrior of Light. I love that card. I was telling the boys I went Warrior of Light and Scholar in the Warrior of Light yesterday. Yeah, that's sick. Big fan of that. Shout outs to Joe and Fire Water Warrior of Lights. He's trying out. That was a lot of fun. I tried it out too. Yeah, I love that card. It has haste. It gets bigger with Godot. Aegis can cheat it in. The Warrior of Light for other Warrior of Lights. It's S fodder. Everything about that card is good. nothing bad to say. And next up, we'll probably do Galdes. I've been playing a lot of Galdes decks just because I love big beefy forwards that do stuff. I tried it in Ice Earth. I was a big fan. I tried it in like Earth Wind, big fan. Tried it in FFCC. I was a big fan. I just love a 3-drop 8K that has 3 good effects. Like, they don't want it to die. It's very hard for them to kill sometimes. Great anti-aggro card. You can search for it with Camelot. It's got some nice abilities on it. And then the third one, which I slept on for a while, but I was convinced by a couple of my friends, would be 6-drop Noel. And basically it just reads as a kill spell, but people were kind of upset that it didn't last until end of turn. But basically it doesn't matter if it lasts till end of turn, because you play it just like Edia. You know, what does Edia do? It comes in, kills something. What does Noel do? It's going to come in, kill something on block or kill something on damage. So I've had some fun with it. I don't know if it's like a 3 of, probably a 1 or a 2 of. I've Zemus it a couple times. You know, it's probably a little win more, but I was able to pull it off. But yeah, that's my 3. I'm excited to try them out. Mono Lightning is one of my favorite decks. I like that card.
Oh yeah.
Nice. So it sounds like you also like this set a lot.
Yes, I do. I love fire cards. We got too many fire cards to choose from. I can't tell if they're good or not, but we've got a lot to choose from.
It's a tough life, right? It's a real
right?
All right, Adam, tell us what you think.
Yeah, so I'm actually really excited about fire too, but none of my 3 cards are fire.
We had to separate it.
So my number 1 is Halicarnassus. I think that card's insane. I think it already, you can just kind of throw it in mono water, and I think it's already fine. With the current summons that they run with like Vikings and stuff, and getting a massive amount of card draw. Like just tapping and discarding 2 cards to break something on a whim seems pretty good. And then the entry ability that makes it where their forwards lose all their abilities until end of turn is also pretty good. Like
huge, yeah.
I'll blank Dottaluma, thank you. Like that seems okay.
Without choosing him, yeah.
Yeah. After Halicarnassus, I think Seymour is also an insane card. I think that potentially might be the best card in the set. Once people start playing it more, like I think Mono Lightning. People say Mono Lightning got the shaft this set, but I think that card is insane. And if Noel is as good, like Rice is saying, then they're definitely fine. Like just being able to put a summon that's a burst on top of your deck is good. And then if you have the S, being able to cast it for nothing, that's pretty good too. Free 7 CP Odems. Sign me up.
Free Raiden? I got hit by a free Raiden like I told you guys I would.
That's probably the worst. Yeah, like the Raiden.
I was like, yeah, this card's pretty good.
Then the third card for me is probably Yuri. That guy also has a lot of text, and kind of like Coral, like it's all good. Like all the text on that card is good. I think you're gonna see it a lot. I think, and it just fits in a lot of decks because it's a light card. I think it shines mostly in mono decks, but I think you're gonna see it even outside of that. Like if maybe like some Windfire FFCC, but like mono Wind FFCC is probably really good. I like it in mono Fire right now. I think you're gonna see that card a fair amount, and I like it a lot.
Yeah, I agree. The card's real solid. You know, the fact when the worst thing you're doing with it is drawing a card, that should tell you.
Yeah.
That card's very insane. Adam, what are your thoughts on the set just overall?
I'm a big fan. It did a lot of things. Like I don't know how the power level is yet. I need to wait and see what other people start doing. But I like a lot of the different things people are building right now. Like everybody's kind of doing different things, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, it's very healthy. Very healthy. Who's up next?
Vince.
Vince, talk to us. From the treehouse.
Very comfy with my...
Is he cutting out? I think he's cutting out. I can't hear you.
Vince, no, where'd you go?
Can you hear me?
Yep,
Yeah.
I got you.
You're good, you're good.
Okay. I'm at the hotel lobby with the fire pit. So my initial impression is that it feels fresh. We got a lot of new faces with the pre-release. Every pre-release in San Diego, we get like 4 or 5 new players, and the latest wave of players are really active in our Facebook chat, so it's really cool. And people love pre-releases. Like they just come out to every pre-release for us. From every convention, I think it really helps. So it feels fresh, and every set it feels like it's like invigorating with our deck building skills and everything. My 3 cards is first one's gonna be Noctis, Earth card, but I had someone
Imagine that.
I had someone play against me. He actually used that 4 CP ability that prevents the next source of damage like 3 times on me to save his forward and comboed it with other summons. And I was like, this is ridiculous that he's actually saving his Noctis. And it lasted all game. I was like, it opened my eyes to that ability. I kind of overlooked that one. And everybody's just focusing on the EX burst aspect of it and the fighting aspect of him. But that opened my eyes to it. So now I'm going to run 3 of it. And I bought a 3rd promo box just for a playset. But I'm excited for that card. Obviously, a lot of people are. My next one is Lan. I don't know how you guys want, but I think he has really good potential for fire. Just being a 4 CP 10K with Rain and Lebro off the bat is just value. And I see his second ability as a Bahamut every turn, like a 4 CP Bahamut that is 9 or 10K every turn. So that's just a threat. He's a magnet for removal. And I want him to work just because it's a fire legend, and I just want a better fire legend than just Emperor Zonde or something like that. And my 3rd one was going to be Seymour, but Adam took it. But
I'm sorry.
my next, that's okay. I crossed it off on camera. It's going to be Tidus. I think Tidus is a good card that it's like iffy 50-50.
Yeah. Legendary or for sellout.
The 4-drop Tidus is cool too, but the legendary Tidus, I feel like people can get creative with it, and at worst case, it's kind of like not a lot of people play backup or use their backups main phase 1 before you swing, so you could attack with him, attack without him on the field, and then all of a sudden tap 3, do a 2K pump to a water forward. It's kind of cool.
Oh, you cut out.
We lost you.
And I'm back.
Yep, you're back.
Yep.
And so on Octagon, I had someone use it on the block when I was attacking one time, and he pumped like a Cognazo by 2K, so he blocked for like insane. And just to talk about other cards that people have talked about already, Noel for one of the other picks. Not many instant answers to him. Just Rama maybe, just 7K damage when he enters before he gets that 9K pump while it's on the stack. And at worst case, you're forcing the opponent to answer him immediately, and that's not a lot of scenarios where the opponent has that luxury of having answers in their hand all the time.
Yeah, I've been converted on liking that card. It draws a lot of interest when it's played. They have to do something, or it's trouble.
Right, instantly, you know. And then Seymour is another one. I feel like that one's pretty insane, being EX burst, putting a summon on. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of good combos with him. Ahito is going to be is my pick to go with it, like an Earth Lightning summon, big summon deck that you could just use as S abilities and minor.
Yeah.
Did I cut off again? Okay. Yeah, so I feel like those 2 cards are like going to be exciting, and there's just a lot of new cards in the set that I feel like people haven't really explored, and it's so fresh that it's really early on, and it's going to.
So the real question is, are you enjoying Opus VII?
He got Noctis. Of course he loves it.
Of course.
Yeah, I think it's adding a new feel to the decks that you're playing against. You don't know what you're playing against either, so it adds a new fresh feel to it. I feel like Opus 6, everybody felt like they knew what they're going to play against. It's going to be one of the top 3, you know?
Yeah, I dig that. I dig the unknown right now. All right, Adam, who's next?
You.
Oh, me. Sweet. I, for one, am actually really enjoying the set a lot. It just, I love brewing decks, so when I get to see new cards, my mind just starts, like, looking at the new cards, then going back. Like, the first thing I do is I pull up, like, Mognet, and I look at every single card, and then I start seeing it go well. But I'm enjoying it. Warriors of Light have been my jam. So I've had a really good time, a lot of success with that deck. But the three cards I'm interested in outside of that, well, one of them's inside. I guess technically 2 of them could. The card I really want to mess with is the 1 CP. I think that card is really insanely good because not only is it a 1 CP target, super important, but he kind of becomes like a build a forward kind of thing. You can put as much into it as you want to. Will get out of it what you like. Pay 1 for Zemus, bring him back. Pay 3 more, and now I've got a 4 CP 8K with first strike and haste and all that. You just come into the red zone. I think he's really, really good. My other one, next one, and this is a card that I was not sure about until I got slapped around by it. That's the new Ferris. That card is nuts in like the mono water Fasolia, like the mono water dudes deck. You're gonna have limit. Fame Mimic Go-Go, she can grab the 2 CP Knight she can grab, and she can grab
Halicarnassus.
Yeah.
Halicarnassus is a target too.
Do what?
Halicarnassus is also a target.
Halicarnassus.
I've seen a lot of decks playing a bunch of Barts too, so you can grab Barts whenever you want.
Yeah, so she's actually, you know, she's a really, really good card. Like it just generates more card advantage for water because chances are you're going to get something off 5. So I think she's really, really good. I very much undervalued that card. And then my third one is one that I've actually played a lot of, and that's the new Kryl, who's also a Warrior of Light. The fact that, well, she's a Warrior of Light in Earth, which they didn't need another one, but they got another, and she's really, really good. But the fact that you pay for summons with any color is super, super nuts, especially if you're playing like a summon heavy deck or like a multi-color deck. She just kind of alleviates having to worry about your colors. And then the fact that you discard a summon to protect her from abilities is really, really powerful as well. And I know I've gotten a lot of mileage out of that. Like, I know I've been targeted by something and I've pitched a Titan because I didn't have the 5 CP Titan. I didn't have enough to pay it. So I was like, oh shit, I'll just protect her like this.
Huh.
She's a really, really good card. I've gotten a lot of her. So overall, man, I can't wait to see what people are doing with this set. I'm having a good time, and I guess that leaves Greg.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
I got you.
Greg.
Can you hear me? Or
I got you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
okay. Well, nobody asked Chris how he feels about the sets.
Chris didn't get to ask himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm having a great time with it. I can't wait to see how it fleshes out. I think Fire is going to be super playable, and I think the reason it's playable is because of the non-Fire card that's going in there. It's Yuri. Yuri solves a lot of problems.
But Yuri's fire.
Yeah, technically he is Fire. Technically
he is. Technically he's Fire. But he's a good card, and I think he's going to solve a lot of those problems. So I'm having a great time. Now, Greg, talk to us. What are your thoughts? I know you have been up for 72 hours straight playing Octagon. Have you slept yet?
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah. I did sleep, and yesterday I was so depressed. Like a bunch of people I know, especially people in here, we were like really, really depressed because Octagon was down from 2 a.m. until about 6 or 7 p.m. Pacific, right?
Yeah.
A long time.
Yeah. So the Octagon Discord was very, very depressing yesterday. But yeah, yesterday was really sad. But now I think it works now. I don't know if it works or not. But for my 3 cards, which was extremely hard because there's so many good cards in the set, I guess I'll start with Starter Garland is one of my favorite cards to play right now. So you could play him in Water Knights, or he's an Alcid target in Mono Lightning. Cards just really, really, really efficient, especially with Minwoo. He just doesn't take any damage when he blocks. I like playing the 9-drop Sin in Category 10. He's amazing with Kamari, and he can't, just like nothing happens to him, and then you put Arn out and he's just like brave swinging for 9, and you could tap Waka and give him +1 and it'll be a 10k brave. And then I guess this was hard. I was looking at the list the whole time while you guys were talking about like which card I was going to choose. It's like a match. It's like a tie between the Rainbow Moogle, the 4-drop Moogle that produces any CP. Moogles produce any CP. And it's another tie between 2-drop Varuna, because 2-drop Varuna is insane. And I guess the last one I'm going to choose is 4-drop Rama EX Burst, because that card is playable.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I'll give one of the biggest things that people overlook about 4-drop Rama is it's not exactly like Kuchulain, because Kuchulain requires tapped characters, but I guess you could say that 4-drop Rama is like running 6 Cyclops in a Lightning deck or a Lightning X deck. So I really like 4-drop Rama because you could trade up anything with 4-drop Rama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what I got. Thank you.
Yeah, man. So you're saying you're enjoying that's the vibe I'm.
Yeah. Well, am I cutting out or is Chris cutting out?
Chris cut out a little bit.
It's probably me. So the vibe I'm getting is that you're enjoying the set.
The set is very, very fresh, and it feels so good. It takes a lot of stress, off the corners of my shoulders. It feels nice, and it's really relaxing to have something and have this many cards to mess around with. I'm having a lot of fun. I think there's a lot of great meta picks right now, a lot of great choices, and it's a long list. I really like the diversity.
That's awesome. But I'm gonna say, the reason I didn't say the card is because I thought someone else was gonna pick it. My favorite card in this set, and the card I'm having the most fun with, is Aegis.
Yeah.
I really thought
we all had to avoid that one, so nobody picked it.
Yeah.
My favorite card in this entire set. It just feels so good when you drop that guy in stall. You're just like, get fucked. It feels so.
Yeah.
My follow up to that is usually Light Warrior of Light, and it's just like you just grunt like Oprah eating an omelet.
Yeah, Fire Warrior Lights have been great. I've been having a lot of fun, both with Mono Fire, Fire Water, Fire Earth. They're all fun. I love tribal decks. I love creatures. Those are a lot of fun.
Did nobody pick an ice card?
Those are boring.
What's ice?
All right. I was just making sure.
Sephiroth is sick, if there's any doubt about it.
Yeah, I think that card's crazy good.
Yeah, I've Renoa'd Sephiroth a lot. It's a great ender in a lot of Ice X decks that couldn't trigger Orphan. Sephiroth is the real deal.
I'll say one thing.
All those Japanese decks, and there was a turbo list running 3 of him. Do you think that's the right call?
I wouldn't even call that turbo because they actually play backups, but I think that's where Ice goes this meta, is it slows down, but then also keeps playing Jesper so it can get around Viking stuff. You know, you have the discard on demand instead of rifling it off like Flan. We'll see, though.
But, seeing the Gremlins in there was really nice. That card's
Gremlin is very good.
What were you saying, Nick?
About Sephiroth, I will say I may have seen. Shout out to him if he hears this, but I'm not going to say who it was. But on Octagon, I saw someone playing triple Sephiroth with 2 Renoa and 3 Time Mage backup. The Blink backup Time Mage. Yeah, so that's pretty nuts. And he broke all 3 Time Mages. And I watched him do it.
Jesus.
Crazy,
new rule you could...
have cards. That's what that
is disgusting.
Is there a new rule you have to go negative cards?
I know, right?
6 cards in a turn.
Did they ever? Speaking of that, was there a ruling made on the Kefka? Like, if you can't if you have 1 card in hand and you can't discard 2, do you have to freeze your shit?
Yeah. It's if you can't actually discard 2.
Okay.
And your opponent can actually choose not to because it says they may. So if they have 5 cards and they're just like, I don't want to discard them. That's why it's kind of bad early if they don't have any forwards.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you have 1 card in hand, can you choose? You can't just discard the 1. That doesn't work that way, right? Because you can't discard 2, you have to freeze all your stuff. That's the question I'm asking.
That's right. That's a good point. I'm not too sure actually. I would assume you have to actually discard 2. Your opponent can't just choose the mode of discarding 2. So
I mean that's my assumption too. But
I said I was asked a question about Kefka, and then I said, "Oh, never mind." That was actually the question that I.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think
I just didn't know how to word it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it works that way, but I think someone should double check.
I agree with you because it doesn't say up to 2 or anything. It says a mandatory 2. So.
Yeah. So
yeah, if you
we'll see.
Your hand play Kefka, do they have to freeze because condition?
Yeah, it'll say a lot about the viability of that card.
Yeah.
No,
well,
for real.
I know because there was several rulings made. I don't know if y'all like watching Twitter. Batisky's been firing stuff off because Dorgan is even worse now. I don't know if y'all, I don't know if y'all saw that stuff, but
Oh, yeah.
Now, I saw people talking about the difference of how they come back into play, but I couldn't really find any wording that mattered for that. So if you want to explain it.
So not really pertaining to that, but if you cut Dorgan off, like if you Yuri Dorgan or Halicarnassus comes into play, the forwards come back.
Right,
Yeah, I knew that one. Yeah.
Yeah, like in
Yeah.
Magic, if he was blanked and then killed, they wouldn't come back, right?
Well, now, but
that's what I was really hoping. I was hoping you could exploit it like that. You play Dorgan, you cut off his ability, you kill him, or you cut it off so he can't get it back. The forwards never come back. That's very much like how Fiend Hunter works in Magic. You can, because it's two separate sentences that separate. Yeah.
I think, doesn't it place a delayed auto ability on the forwards
That's
while
what
they're moved in play?
that's what I thought too. But if you now it makes me think it's not because if you blank Dorgan, they come back.
It would have to be a delayed ability because the ability is on the removed forwards, not on Dorgan. So you'd have to somehow blank the card that's removed to keep it from coming back.
Oh,
like,
right.
Like Sid Reigns.
But then why do
your own forward?
But then why do they come back when Dorgan gets blanked? Because Dorgan's still on the field.
Well, because he's not telling them that they can come back. There's an effect on them from the source is irrelevant because the source has already been, like Dorgan put the ability on them, but since it's already there, killing Dorgan won't change anything. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You'd have to blank because the ability is on them now. It's like if you Alcid something and you kill Alcid, it doesn't stop.
Right. Because he's already on the stack. Yeah.
Right. I'm pretty sure that's the correct way to talk about it. Matisky would know way better how to explain it, but
when you say it like that, it makes sense.
Yeah, the effect is on the cards.
It's his ability banishing him.
He cut out at the very end.
Oh, I'm.
He's busy having too much fun at Blizz.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna. Anyway, it's his ability doing it, not.
I have a card that I'm on the fence about. I'm curious what y'all think. The backup mid, the 3 CP lightning backup. Do y'all think that card's good?
Yeah, I think it's very good. I mean, I'm biased because I play Hero Lulu, so let's just get past that. Yeah, I mean, even I don't know how many times, and this is a big problem for me. I don't know who else has a big problem with. You just have a hand of backups. If you can just discard 3 of them because they don't do anything now, and it comes into play, deals 9k. I mean, and it generates backup. I don't think it's a 3 of, maybe not even a 2 of. It's got a specific deck that it goes in. I'm sure it's a Hero Lulu card, and it goes really good with the 6-drop. Sid, I think.
I've had a lot more fun playing the 6-drop. Oki kind of sold me on it. Yeah, anytime you can play 1 backup and get 2 backups, pretty good.
Yeah,
especially from the break zone.
Yeah, so I've had a lot of fun with that card. I think it's much more playable than the other one. I haven't seen both of them together yet, but
yeah,
somebody will try it.
I don't think mid will see much play. Sid might even sit into Rare Lulu. Turn 1 or 2 is actually really nice.
Yeah, it seems you pitch him to his cost. Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of neat stuff happening. So, I know a few of us have events this morning, so we're probably going to wrap this up here in a minute. What we got going on this week, guys? I know, here in Virginia, we've got our Soldier event today, which I'll be in the booth for that.
Yeah, it should be live in like a couple hours.
Yeah, next week.
Nobody miss it. I'll be here.
Yeah, please. Y'all be chat monsters, stream monsters. Watch us jam. Join your boy in the booth. Next week is the Cauldron Cup, and I'll actually be doing commentary for that one too with Curtis, because Steven really wants to play, and it's like, well, who am I to disappoint the fans? I'll give them what they want. Then the week after that, we've got the Supernova Cup, is in like Ashburn, like Northern Virginia, and I think I'm going to be playing for that one. But if they need somebody in the booth, I'll do that. But there's also another event in January that I'm going to for. I'm going to have somebody in the booth with me, a very special kind of cat.
Who's
I
that?
believe his name is Matt Rice.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him. It will be the greatest team up since Scooby-Doo and the Globetrotters.
That'll be a fun time. I hope everybody comes. I hope everybody watches. Shoutouts to Lockwood for putting it on and giving us that chance.
It's gonna be huge, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun event.
Huge.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I could never play again if I could spend every day in the commentary booth with Chris. So we're gonna have some fun.
It's going to be a wacky time. Then there's also, Nick, I know there's that title event happening on December 1st.
Yes, sir. Gamer 7.
That's really I can't wait. This will be like the first time I've played in like a big title event. So I'm super jazzed about it. And I can't wait to see what kind of wacky shit or how many Sky Pirates I'm going to have to play that day.
I foiled out my FF7 deck to prepare for that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to foil mine out right now. But how about you guys? Anybody got events coming up? Ooh.
California. I know you got something.
I think you're muted, Greg.
You're muted, Greg.
Oh no, I knew I was muted. I was
Okay.
waiting for you guys to pick me or raise my hand. We have an event today. Meta Potion is doing an event in at Card Game Coliseum, in SoCal. So I believe registration's at 11 and then it starts at 12. Yeah, that's going to be awesome because it's our first Opus 7 event for SoCal.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. There are a lot of killers going to that event. Everybody should be watching that and the RVA event.
Are you going to stream it, Greg?
Have killers at our event too. I know Hunter is already confirmed.
Oh, are they not streaming? I figured they were streaming.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't see. I'm pretty sure we can. I'm pretty sure they can stream if they want to. I don't know. It's not my event. It's Matt and Meta Potion's event. So I don't know what they're doing. But
I'll complain to the.
I'm pretty
the
sure
guys
they will
in
or
charge
will
of Meta.
maybe. I don't know.
Just because it's the first Opus 7 like tournament this weekend, I feel like it's legal and no proxies allowed. I think so. It'd be cool to see everybody's spicy ideas in person for once.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of spice today. It's going to go one of two ways. One, there's going to be a lot of spice, or it's going to be nothing but Opus 6 decks with like 2 new cards.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's going to be really interesting. Really.
I agree. Well, with that, boys, any parting thoughts? Because the sink is full of dishes, and that means breakfast.
Yeah.
A really important message for everybody. Learn to cockatrice.
learn how cards work if you're playing on Octagon.
I thought you just play Emperor on Octagon and you win.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't attack. You can't draw cards.
Just learn to read the cards in general.
It's awful.
Well, shoutouts to everybody in the chat, man. There's a lot of familiar names in there.
Yeah,
I'm glad they were able to wake up. I'm glad they were able to wake up and join us today.
Yeah, it's been pretty active actually.
Irving's in there. Andy's in there. Eric Davis is in there. Lockwood's in there.
Eric Davis, what up?
What up?
A bunch of homies.
Not my man Quincy though. Is my man Quincy the homie in there?
I see Gabe's in here trolling about title format.
Oh, is that Gabe? That's Gabe.
Yeah. How does the rules work?
Gabe. I love Gabe. That man is the funniest man on planet Earth. I swear to God.
Oh man. All right. Well,
I love it.
I have to hit the road.
Well, boys,
I have to
we'll
set up.
we'll call it a day. I said, any other parting thoughts? I know Vince has BlizzCon. He's really enjoying himself at.
BlizzCon.
Oh yeah, baby. It's
lucky. I'm living vicariously through you. I know our buddy John Schreiner is there too.
Yep.
A lot of FF nerds are there. Yeah. So.
okay. All right.
Guys, with that
Play
being
Opus
said,
7. It's amazing. Have fun. It's
yes,
so dope.
yes.
The world is wonderful.
It's so dope.
Everything is awesome.
Also, everybody in the chat, tell Greg not to lose his Warrior of Light title today because it means a lot to me. It means a lot to the world that he remains Warrior of Light.
Exactly.
No,
well, I guess
we're all Warrior of Light.
We'll have a McRib. It's gonna be a good day.
No McRibs.
No McRibs, not for breakfast.
Oh, that'd be terrible. You'd have diarrhea by lunch. It's awful.
Oh, that happened to me on Thursday or on Wednesday.
All right.
Thank you,
man.
On that note,
Peace out, everyone. Thanks for joining in. We're getting out of control.